Welcome to the Essence of Health Tea Time podcast. I am your host, Dr. Shayla Toombs-Withers. As a double board certified family and obesity medicine physician with over 12 years of experience in medicine, I teach motivated individuals how to achieve their desired quality of life while preventing and reversing chronic diseases. It's tea time. Are you tired of trying diet after diet, only to feel more frustrated and exhausted than when you first started? What if I told you the solution isn't another restrictive eating plan, but a comprehensive approach that actually works with your body instead of against it? I'm Dr. Shayla, physician and metabolic health coach. I've helped countless individuals break free from the cycle of insulin resistance using my evidence-based methods shared within the Mind Body Balance Collective. The doors are open for you to join us today. The Mind Body Balance Collective is more than just a program. It's your complete roadmap to sustainable health, combining plant-based nutrition, intentional movement, and mindfulness strategies that fit into your real life along with daily interactive support. Ready to transform your health and finally feel like yourself again? Well, join us in the Mind Body Balance Collective today. Head on over to drshayla.com/MBBC and take charge of your health today. It's tea time. I want to remind you that the information and resources shared here on the Essence of Health Tea Time podcast are for informational purposes only and should never be used as a substitute for direct medical advice from your doctor or other qualified medical provider. This information and resources are not intended to diagnose, treat, nor cure any type of disease or health condition and does not serve as medical advice for you. Now, sit back and get this tea. This is the time of year where the days grow shorter, the time on our clocks change, and outside temperatures begin to fall. As this shift in environment occurs, for many individuals, a shift in their mood and energy levels will also occur as well. This phenomenon is called seasonal affective disorder, or SAD. And you'll hear me use both seasonal affective disorder and SAD interchangeably throughout this episode, so just stay with me. A bit of solidarity here about SAD is that it affects approximately 5% of adults in the United States. That's around 10 million people. So this topic is likely important for you, a family member, a friend, colleague, or all of the above. Women are 4 times more likely to be diagnosed with SAD than men, and symptoms tend to last about 40% of the year, with the fall and winter months being the most common time of onset and lasting throughout the spring. But keep in mind that some individuals may experience seasonal affective disorder in the summer months, but this is less common. On today's episode of the podcast, I'll be spilling the tea on SAD, including the connection between our food and our mood, essential nutrients to keep your mood optimized through this season, and some strategies to get you to feeling better sooner, even if you are affected by SAD. Now, seasonal affective disorder is a form of depression, sometimes thought of as the winter blues. This condition has been found to be more prevalent in regions farther from the equator. You may be wondering why. Well, let's throw a bit of biochemistry into our discussion here. Regions farther away from the equator experience significantly shorter daylight hours during the winter months, leading to reduced exposure to sunlight, which can disrupt the body's natural circadian rhythm and potentially affect mood-regulating chemicals within the body like serotonin, dopamine, and melatonin, contributing to depressive symptoms associated with SAD. Now, I'm going to give you the tea in more detail on each of these mood regulators. Serotonin is known as one of our happy hormones. Research has shown that sunlight actually affects levels of molecules within our bodies that usually help to maintain normal serotonin levels. However, in the winter months, when we experience less daylight hours, this process can develop some dysfunction, contributing to lower serotonin levels. So, less of that happy hormone. Dietary interventions can help you to maintain optimal serotonin levels. One group of foods I recommend for this is tryptophan-rich foods. Tryptophan is an amino acid that the body uses to produce the hormone serotonin, and it works even better in the body when consumed with healthful carbohydrates. You've probably heard about getting tryptophan from turkey, but here's the good news. There are healthful plant-based sources of tryptophan, including dark leafy greens, sunflower seeds, watercress, soybeans, pumpkin seeds, mushrooms, broccoli, and peas. Using these foods to enhance serotonin synthesis leads to improved emotional stability, sleep quality, appetite regulation, and social behavior, meaning you're a more friendly person to be around as well, which is important for developing healthy relationships that are also vital to your mood. Some studies have shown that by eating tryptophan-rich foods alongside complex carbohydrates, one can significantly increase their serotonin levels by up to 40% compared to consuming these food types separately. So in terms of the carbohydrate plus tryptophan combo, which is needed to optimize your absorption, here's some ideas. Try whole grain toast with a bit of sunflower seed butter spread across it. Or try a bowl of steel cut oatmeal with some pumpkin seeds sprinkled on top. Try a bowl of brown rice with broccoli and dark leafy greens. You get it. Now, dopamine is our next mood regulator on deck. Dopamine is considered to be our reward neurotransmitter that influences motivation and pleasure. Studies show that dopamine production can be affected by both seasonal changes, dietary factors, and environmental and stress-related factors. Think about it. During the winter months, as we approach the holiday season, there's quite a bit of excitement for adults, kids, and kids at heart alike. So while one may get a lot of pleasure and reward keeping their dopamine levels high throughout the beginning of winter, as the new year approaches, there tends to be an opposite effect with increased stressors like the changes that the new year may bring, which may not necessarily be positive for some individuals. And low dopamine levels can make you feel tired, moody, unmotivated, and contribute to conditions like depression and sad. Optimized dopamine production results in better motivation, improved pleasure response, enhanced reward seeking behavior, meaning that you'll make better life choices and increase goal directed activities. So it's important to stay optimistic, keep some motivation, pleasure, and excitement in your days, even through the fall and winter months. What you eat can help. Magnesium and tyrosine helps your body to naturally produce more dopamine. So eating more tyrosine-rich foods like tofu, tempeh, lentils, and pumpkin seeds, and more magnesium-rich foods like almonds, quinoa, black beans, and avocado can do a body good by supporting dopamine production and boosting your mood. More good news? Approximately 30 to 40% of the dietary magnesium that we consume is actually typically absorbed by the body, meaning you're not putting much to waste. Tyrosine absorption can be increased by consuming foods rich in vitamin B6, pyridoxine, and folate like spinach, bananas, pistachios, and sweet potatoes. See, this isn't challenging. We just have to be intentional with our health and our dietary choices. Melatonin is one of our other mood regulators on deck to discuss today. No, I'm not telling you to go grab your bottle of melatonin sleep aid and be done. First, because I want you to stay awake through this episode and get all of this good tea. And I want you to understand that the relationship of our food and mood as well. Now, yes, melatonin is one of our sleep regulating hormones that responds to light exposure and can be influenced by certain foods and nutrients. Proper melatonin regulation is crucial for managing SAD symptoms, as sleep disturbances often exacerbate one's mood, including this particular condition. Too much melatonin produced in daytime hours due to getting darker outside earlier this time of year can cause you to feel more tired when you may still need to be working. However, melatonin is light regulated, meaning keeping too many artificial lights on throughout the evening from your television or your handheld device can turn off your natural melatonin production, causing you to have trouble sleeping, which in turn can put you on a poorly regulated sleep cycle, further contributing to depressed mood. Your dietary intake of certain foods, including nuts like almonds, pistachios, and walnuts, tart cherries, mushrooms, pineapples, and oats, can aid your body in producing more natural melatonin to improve your sleep and balance your mood. And remember those foods I previously mentioned that improve your magnesium intake. Add those with these melatonin rich foods, and you should feel pretty calm and comfortable at bedtime. If you're frustrated with your weight, taking more medications than you'd like to, have been told that you are at risk for the development of a chronic preventable disease, or just are not feeling in the best of health, then I'm talking to you. Why? Because you're tired of fat dieting. You know it's time for a change, and you want a sustainable plan to improve your health. If you have found yourself at this place in life, well, I have developed a program that's just for you. It's called The Essence of Health, and it's your prescription for transformation. My goal with this program is to give you the tools needed to create sustainable lifestyle changes within a group coaching setting, along with one-to-one individualized coaching to give you a personalized path to health that's just for you. The benefits are priceless, so join today. Head on over to 𝐓𝐡𝐞 to learn more. The essence of health is in you. This leads us to the T on timing, as that'll be important for a balanced, stress-free day to improve your seasonal affective disorder. Our mood regulators, serotonin, dopamine, and melatonin, can be optimized for even more effectiveness in mood regulation with strategic timing. Now, in the mornings, start your day with some pep in your step. Focus on dopamine supporting foods to boost motivation. This can look like a tofu scramble with black beans and avocado for optimizing magnesium and tyrosine, those building blocks of dopamine. Or a hearty bowl of breakfast quinoa with pumpkin seeds would also work as well. Now, in the afternoon, you want to prioritize serotonin support here. Remember, tryptophan helps our body to produce more of this happy hormone, serotonin. But we don't want to have an afternoon crash in our energy levels, so choose healthful, energizing sources of tryptophan. Try a spinach salad for lunch and top it with some peas and sunflower seeds, or a bowl of organic tofu cubes, brown rice, and broccoli, topped with your favorite sauce. This combination of serotonin supporting foods along with complex carbohydrates not only helps your body with absorption of these vital nutrients, but also helps to balance your blood sugar, keeping you feeling full, focused, and happy throughout your afternoon, and without the moodiness and fatigue that sugar spikes and crashes can cause when we consume more processed carbs and sugar. Now, in the evening, you want to transition your intake to more melatonin supporting foods. The goal at this time of day is optimizing your nutrition in a way that propels your body towards quality sleep to support your mood. This can look like a Thai-inspired dish with an almond butter sauce or a dessert of frozen cherries or frozen pineapples. Now, let me tell you about a little product that I just love. It's called the Ninja Creamy. Now, the Ninja Creamy folks are not paying me for this advertisement. And if you're listening, anyone from Ninja Creamy, hey, come talk to your girl. But I love the Ninja Creamy because it is a great way of having a natural dessert that's also sugar-free. For instance, you can take pineapple, you can take it fresh, or you can even use a can of pineapple, the kind that's not placed in any syrup, but it's just in its regular water or in its own juice. But just put it in the freezer, and then you put it in the Ninja Creamy, and it turns it into actual natural ice cream. No sugar added, but it's naturally sweet and makes for a great dessert. So put it on your holiday shopping list or tell somebody to get you one for a holiday gift. It'll be perfect. Now, it has been shown that by aligning your meal timing with your natural circadian rhythms, you can improve mood and energy levels, especially for individuals challenged by SAD. Now, here are a few tips to keep in mind overall with meal timing. Eat within a 10-hour window. This prevents taxing your body to digest foods at times when it actually should be resting. Have breakfast within 2 hours of waking. These morning nutrients are essential to starting your day on a positive note. Avoid large meals close to bedtime. This is also to prevent overtaxing your body with trying to digest all of that food at a time when it actually should be resting. Then maintain consistent meal times. This helps to set your body on a healthful sleep wake cycle. Now, if you're new to the Essence of Health Tea Time podcast, this may come as a surprise to you. But if you've been listening over the past couple of years, then you're aware of how powerful our nutritional intake can be for our overall health and wellness. Food can heal. All it takes is mindful choices, as I'm sharing with you here today. Now, let's chat about those foods that may not be as helpful if you're challenged with seasonal affective disorder. Understanding which foods that can worsen SAD symptoms is crucial for managing this condition effectively. These particular categories of foods can impact mood regulation, energy levels, and seasonal depression symptoms alike. One is refined sugars and simple processed carbohydrates. Studies show that there is a strong correlation between high sugar intake and increased depression risk. This category of foods can also contribute to anxiety and lack of focus, thereby worsening your SAD symptoms. Refined sugars and simple carbs trigger those rapid blood sugar fluctuations that I previously mentioned that can contribute to moodiness and fatigue. This category of foods can also disrupt insulin sensitivity and contribute to insulin resistance, which in turn can cause weight gain by disrupting your hunger hormones and sleep wake cycle. Refined sugars and simple processed carbs have also been shown to interfere with our mood regulators that we've been discussing. While you may feel a short term boost when you have that afternoon piece of candy, chronic sugar consumption can alter the brain's neurotransmitter systems and affect the brain's balance of your mood regulators, which may impact how the brain responds to stress, reward, and emotions. So steer clear of those sugary holiday desserts, refined pasta, candy, sodas, and sweetened beverages. While they may momentarily make you feel great, the long term risk to your mood just isn't worth it. Try healthful alternatives like fresh fruit, sweet potatoes, cinnamon spice foods, and roasted root vegetables for those sweet cravings instead. Processed foods, even beyond processed carbohydrates, can be counterproductive for managing your condition of seasonal affective disorder. Now, this category of processed foods can cause an increase in overall systemic inflammation, making you feel more achy and unwell, can disrupt your gut hormone balance, which has been shown to contribute to mood disturbances, can affect nutrient absorption, which we just discussed how important nutrient absorption is in maintaining a healthy balance of our mood for our mood regulators. Processed food can cause more intense mood swings and worsen energy fluctuations. So steer clear of trans fats that are commonly found in packaged snacks on the shelf. Steer clear of artificial additives like chemicals, preservatives, nitrites, and food colors, as these have been shown to disrupt our gut health balance and our brain health by disrupting neurotransmitter function, which can even contribute to mood changes, memory, and focus challenges, all of which are not helpful in improving seasonal affective disorder. Now, alcohol is another category which can have negative effects on SAD. Alcohol has been shown to contribute to sleep disruption, disrupt our sleep wake cycle balance, and interfere with our quality of sleep by disrupting our rapid eye movement or REM level of sleep. Findings from the Sleep Foundation showed that moderate alcohol consumption, which is 2 drinks for men and 1 drink for a woman, decreased sleep quality by 24%. And we already know that adults already don't get an adequate amount of sleep. So less sleep plus poor sleep equals a recipe for one's worsening mood. Some additional considerations for alcohol consumption, particularly at the time of year when SAD is most common. One, avoid evening consumption of alcohol. We already know that it will get dark outside earlier, disrupting your body's natural ability to regulate your mood regulators within your brain. So adding a nightcap to your day will only further disrupt this process. Two, Weekend binge drinking can also be more particularly concerning this time of year due to seasonal sporting events and holiday events. So be mindful of the part that this may play in your mood and your overall wellness this time of year. Studies have shown that it can take weeks to months to restore the balance of our mood regulators after use of alcohol, especially after heavy alcohol use. So, this season's holiday celebration can feel a prolonged challenge with your mood as we get deeper into the winter months. So, this season, try some non alcoholic alternatives like herbal tea, cider, kombucha, or sparkling water with fruit. Now, here's more good news. There are some things you can do right now to help boost your mood this season. One is light exposure optimization. Bright light therapy has been shown to improve seasonal affective disorder. You can try a morning light routine, getting exposure to light within the first 30 to 60 minutes of waking. This also helps that balance of melatonin to work better when you actually need it at night. Remember, it's turned down in your body with exposure to light. Direct sunlight is optimal if you live in an area where direct sunlight is possible upon waking. So open up those blinds, go outside on your deck, and soak a bit of it in. Now, if you do not live in an area where direct sunlight is possible, you can invest in a light therapy box to try. Working at your desk near windows or taking a morning walk outdoors when the sun does arise in your area can also be helpful. Another tip is movement and exercise. Exercise and active movement has been shown to naturally increase our happy hormones of serotonin production, boosting your endorphin levels, which in turn is helpful in releasing more dopamine and makes you feel more rewarded and pleasure. Active movement and exercise has been shown to enhance energy levels, reduce stress hormones, and improve sleep quality, all of which are essential in treating seasonal affective disorder. Take this up a notch by getting your exercise outdoors to also get some light therapy as well. Aim for at least 150 minutes per week of active movement and 2 to 3 sessions of strength training, as this is in accordance with recommendations for your overall health and wellness. Next is social connections. One more lifestyle recommendation that I wanted to share with you is the importance of social connections, as I feel this is often unaddressed or inadequately addressed within the realm of its impact on our mental health and our mood. Social isolation has been shown to be a contributor to SAD. Think about when it's really cold outside. Sometimes businesses may close earlier, or for many of us, we just don't want to venture outside because it's just too cold. But this lack of social connection can actually affect one's mood. Social engagement and connectedness can decrease loneliness, reduce stress, and trigger the release of endorphins to boost happiness. So put a weekly activity on your calendar that gets you out of your house. Schedule a routine family gathering or weekly friend meetup for brunch. Volunteer during the holidays at community events. Take a new fitness class at your local gym, or even hop online to join a virtual community group that may share a similar interest of yours. Don't weather this season alone, engage with others. Seasonal affective disorder can be debilitating, but with some support and these dietary and lifestyle strategies in your pocket, you can thrive this season. In addition to the tea that I've shared with you today, don't forget or overlook the importance of reaching out to your doctor if you are not feeling your best, as medication options are available and are very highly effective treatment strategies as well. Managing seasonal affective disorder requires a comprehensive approach, and by making informed dietary choices, maintaining consistent, healthy eating habits, and prioritizing yourself and your health, you can better support your mental health and your overall wellness during the challenging months of SAD. Now, if you are in need of emotional support or are having painful thoughts, you are not alone. For listeners in the United States, you can call or text the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 988. Someone is there 24/7 to help you in your time of need. For our international listeners, support is available for you as well through the International Association for Suicide Prevention. Just go online to www.iasp.org @affectivedisorder.info and visit their resources section for the hotline in your country. I'll be sure to put all of this information in the show notes so that you can have it readily available on hand for in your time of need. Remember, the essence of health is in you. Thank you for joining me today on the Essence of Health Tea Time podcast. Click the subscribe button on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss a moment of the Essence of Health Tea Time podcast. Check out the show notes to obtain your free tips for healthy living guide to get you started on your health and wellness path. Follow me on social media at Essence of Health Wellness Clinic on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and at dr.tw@𝐓𝐴𝐻WC on TikTok. Interested in becoming a member of the Essence of Health coaching program? Well, head on over to www.𝐓𝐴𝐻𝐶oaching.com. The essence of health is in you.